welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We went from
report.
black, man. Like, you know, sometimes it's nice to come out and hit you with a surprise. You're like, yo, the commercial's ended. Nice. It's a black screen. Then you're like, oh, no.
Yeah, no.
See, it's funny because I said to Will, I was like, I guarantee you mess up.
Which
straight away, Will.
We knew he was gonna. We knew he was gonna do that.
Let's golf clap. Golf clap for Will.
But we have a great show planned for today.
He's so mad.
Yeah, he's furious.
He's probably gonna kill me.
UMG California.
Yes.
35K. Gonna talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
Recap the entire event. Open bracket, groups, championship winners bracket, championship losers bracket. I mean, the works.
There was a lot of things that happened at the weekend.
Yeah.
And as well as that, Pro League. We're in the final week of Pro League, and you may be thinking, oh well, it's not going to be that important. You know, there's not that many games. 20%
of all Pro League
is played this week.
So from tonight all the way till Friday.
There is a minimum of like 15 games per night.
Yep.
From Monday till Friday.
And we'll be bringing all the action.
Yay. Lots of Call of Duty.
Yeah, tons of Call of Duty.
Lots of Call of Duty. It's actually pretty interesting with the way the league is right now because it's actually very close. I'm trying to think. I can't remember a time where it's been this close. But it gets crazy because in 2 days' time, it could be completely over.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like everybody.
We could be done by Wednesday.
Everybody but like Justice is pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much. But back to UMG.
Yeah.
California. You listened to some West Coast rap today, huh?
I was. Ever since I got home, I've been listening to Snoop Dogg,
Snoop,
NWA,
Snoop. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Gotta do it in style. How'd you find the event? You think it was fun?
Yeah, it's always fun. I mean, I love obviously Cast with you, Puckett, Maeve. Not as much Jack, but I mean, I guess I'll throw Jack in there.
We kind of have to.
Yeah, I love Cast with Jack. Nah, actually, Jack's not bad.
I like him better. He doesn't make as many crappy jokes, which is the key.
I told him, I was like, if you just get rid of the jokes, you'd be so good. But he continues to just throw them in there, and I'm like, Jack, you're so lame. Stop.
Also known as the Senator. You may see us referred to as.
Oh, he needs to be referred to as Senator from now on.
He's 100% going to be running for Prime Minister in like 20 years' time. There's no doubt in my mind. He has. Oh, Prime Minister, President. See, I still have some English in me. Let's go.
Of America.
Hey, why do you call it why is it not the Prime Minister? Never understood that. Why you guys have to be different?
Oh, you're just an idiot. There's really nothing to say. Mate, what joke did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say a thing. Anyway, UMG California, of course, had an open bracket. I think when was the last time we had an open bracket at a big event? Was it Columbus? No. Orlando. Yeah, that would have been Orlando. It seems like it's been so long.
Right. Yeah, really it has been pretty long.
Yeah.
Orlando was what, January?
Yeah.
Yes,
wow, that was a really long time ago then.
Yeah. Almost 6 months. 5 months.
Yeah, Orlando. Last time. Yeah, you're right. That was a really long time. But I was excited because we kind of had an interesting bracket show. If you caught it, you'll know it was interesting. Let's just put it that way.
Shout out to Justine coming on the bracket show.
Yeah. Nice cameo appearance from her. We kind of talked about the open bracket a little bit, saying there was only one team that we expected to cause a ruckus, and that'd be E6. Do we expect them to do big things? Maybe not.
They caused a little bit of a ruckus.
A little bit.
Those people from Michigan, man, causing all those problems.
Man, shout out to those guys. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. But top 4 teams from open bracket moved on to group play, while the bottom 4 moved on to championship losers round 4. Oh, sorry, loser round 1. My mistake.
Yeah.
So kind of it's same format as you maybe used to.
It's how you would expect it to go.
Yeah. Pre-tournament favorite in the open bracket was Enigma 6, and they didn't disappoint us, Matt. They played extremely well, coming in with number 24 seed too.
Right. I mean, they defeated returning God's White, relapsed, Fuse Pro, Lethal Gaming. Their real first tough matchup was against Synergy Gaming to advance to Group D.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they won that one, moved on into groups, and then obviously we all know what happened once they went to groups.
Yes. Group A received XGN, and this XGN team from the open bracket, number 18th seed, they look pretty good on the day. Obviously, Bielfire, Colchan, Felony, and of course, Pac-Man in there as well. XGN defeated so many teams, a team called Search and Destroy, Raw Material, Devoid Gaming, Scorchy Sorts, and Bittersweet, actually. And we just got our Bittersweet shirts,
We did
too.
just get our Bittersweet
Shout out to Bittersweet,
Shout
man.
out to Bittersweet.
We got our shirts in the mail today.
I caught the XGN versus Bittersweet match because Maven didn't open and he showed up late, so I went to go fill his spot.
Shout out to Maeve, being late.
They looked really good. Pac-Man was like triple pause in the game that I saw on CTF Retreat, so I mean, he had a pretty good weekend.
Okay. Moving on. Group number B, Team Ignite.
Yeah, Brian
fell into Group B. Ignite coming in as the 19th seed of the overall event. They defeated NCM, XGN Blue, Fight Esports, Exertus Esports, Purist Gaming as well. And that was the game which really cemented them in.
That's not what
groups.
Ares looks like. I met Ares. Doesn't look like that.
Are you sure? Because
yeah, 100%. I met Ares. He doesn't look like anything like that.
he's like kind of invisible.
This team had a pretty nice run, but I mean, you know, speaking with Saint, he said they played forever. What do you think of Miyagi's man bun?
No comment.
He looked like a samurai.
I thought he was going to whip out a big sword and kill everyone.
Well, that's a little bit graphic.
Hey, man, I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat. He was going to fatalities.
There are no swords in Mortal Kombat. Anyway.
Yes, there are.
Group C received the Dream Team.
Are you serious? There are swords in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, one guy has swords. Anyway.
This guy, man. Come on. You're supposed to be a video game expert.
Dream Team defeated Symmetry, Underground Gamers, Excellent White, Avarice Esports, and Royalty Esports to advance to Group C. Nothing really too difficult for those guys.
No, nothing too crazy. Synergy, Royalty, Bittersweet, and Mutiny. They went down to losers round 1.
Yeah.
Obviously finishing kind of on that bottom 4 from the open bracket. So they were still obviously in the tournament. But really, for me, the big story from open was E6, as we touched upon. They just played out of their mind, Matt. I was so impressed by everything we saw from them. And of course, they landed themselves into group play as well, landing in Group D.
Yeah, I mean, just an insane weekend from them. We'll just talk a little bit about that later, though. But let's take a look at Group A.
Man.
Let's take a look at Group A. This is Optic Gaming's group. They swept everybody.
Yo, what a surprise, man. They finished 4-0. No way. Who would have thought that, man?
I mean, they were
no one predicted
They were clearly
that.
the favorite to win this group, advance the championship round 1. Their toughest match was against Rise. Rise went all the way to the distance. Don't think anyone saw that coming except for you. Obviously, you are a huge Neslo fan. Neslo clearly knows things about you. You don't want anybody else to know. It's the only reason you can support that team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You see a little bit of a three-way tie essentially creeping in there. Vex 2-2, Rise 2-2, AR 2-2. XGN had absolutely zero success.
Yeah, they had some tough luck.
They got a little bit pooped on. But going back to that OG versus Rise game, it wasn't an easy one by any means, as you mentioned. It actually goes all the way to a game 5, but we have a little bit of gameplay from that game number 3. This one, Matt, is a Biolab CTF, and I don't think this went the way that many people thought it would. I mean, we'll throw it up and we'll kind of talk over it as it plays, just kind of give you guys a little bit of insight into that one. We can just watch the whole thing then. Okay.
You casted this one. Tell me about it.
So, a little bit about the game. Very close all round. Going into this, game 1, Detroit Hardpoint, let me paint the picture for you. 250 to 113 in favor of Optic. Then you go over to the Solo Search and Destroy, okay? And that was the one game type where in that series you think, okay, Rise, maybe steal this, and maybe that's how the series gets interesting. But that wasn't the case. It was a 6-4 in favor of Optic. And going into the CTF, I'd spoken to Neslo and I'd spoken to some of the guys on Rise, and they said CTF, their best game type. They expected this one to be something that had a chance.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, it's Biolab now. Optic Gaming's going to completely end this. This one is pretty much over. Like, they may as well not even bother trying.
I mean, I would have written Rise off never respawn in this series, to be quite honest with you.
I'm honestly the same. I agree. I don't think they would have stood much of a chance. But you see here in the CTF Biolab, last 60 seconds of the game, Rise actually up 3-1. It was Theory at 27-21, had a cap as well in the game. And Theory in objective-based game modes.
Theory was clearly the issue with TK.
He's so right. Yeah, clearly. So good. Theory's so good on this game. You see him in Hardpoint, picking up a lot of kills on the hill. You see him CTF, always doing the objective work. Uplink, he can do that too. Really.
Who is the player that stood out for Rise for you for the weekend? Besides Neslo.
Speaking to the guys after, Chino said he felt he had a pretty decent event. Neslo said
I feel like I hear that from Chino like every event.
Right? Theory said he wasn't too happy with how he played.
Really?
Yeah, he felt he underperformed a little bit. Overall, though, I think it was just team effort. I think that's what kind of propelled them to play a little bit better, which is surprising.
Wheats didn't have as good of event as he did at Champs.
No, definitely not.
But I think if he plays if he plays like he does at Champs, I mean, this team can definitely cause some upsets.
It's kind of funny because people were saying how, we think, Wheats is washed, Wheats can't hang, Wheats is awful. but he's definitely not awful. He's
Nah, he's not awful.
he's still got it. He has a lot of ability still to have. So you see there, Rise able to pick up one respawn.
Yeah.
So it's 2-1 in the series now. And then up next is Comeback Uplink. Okay?
This is where things get a little crazy.
So at this exact moment in time, Optic hadn't won a Comeback Uplink in the past 4 times they'd played that series
Really?
on LAN. Yes. So going into it, although it was Rise, I still kind of had Optic favored. But bear that in mind. They haven't won a Comeback Uplink at this point in the tournament. This is only group stage. So this was Friday. Hadn't won one last. I think it was like 3 or 4 times they played online. So that's pretty confusing considering that it used to be their best game type.
This should be their strongest game type.
Why is it you think they've kind of gone downhill on that?
I mean, since like the spawn change, maybe it's kind of affected how they play as much. But I think, you know, this map, some teams have just figured out how to play it. I mean, they just do a great job being patient. I think Optic, they love to play at this like super fast pace that at times definitely works against them on this map because other teams able to just kind of play patient over in glass. See Karma just kick through.
I knew this was going to be a good one, man. As soon as I sit down and I see Karma stomp on someone, I was like, yep, this is going to be good. But you see how quick Neslo was able to get a 2-point play. The first 15 seconds, he just picked up the drone and ran down bottom middle.
Yeah.
And that's something you see a lot of teams do now on Comeback Uplink. And I feel like defensively, teams just aren't ready for that. And it blows my mind because I remember, I think, when was it we talked about it? I think it was the season finals. Me and you, we were casting, we were saying, it kind of makes sense now for teams to go for like open strategies. Kind of like in sports, right? You can have like an opening play that you try and go for. I feel like Comeback Uplink is one where you should have that. You know, we saw TR experiment with things like that at Champs. Really impressed us with a couple of
yeah, they have a great play on
stuff.
like a, well, TR did have a great play. They don't exist anymore, but on Detroit Uplink where they would send like one person through back alley and they'd like create this kind of like pass straight through the middle. Surprised you don't see that on other maps, especially, you know, in OT where you can get like a score right away.
Yeah, you saw that very, very quick one at the beginning of this game from Rise, but immediately answered back by Optic. And you can see like a minute and a half and there's already 9 uplinks in this game.
Yeah, you knew this game was going to be
insane. It was going to be very good. For now, we'll listen in to myself and Christopher Puckett as we guide you through what was a very, very intense game of Comeback Uplink.
When he sees the opportunities, he's going for the points already. Sitting at 3 points, just 2 kills in this game, showing you where his focus is. Crim6, though, pulling out the bow, trying to lock down Glass, and Optic with control. Once again, it's going to let Crim move with the satellite. Not sure of the strategy here.
You need to really see Wheats with his bow try and lock down that Glass side. Now he's actually going to pick up the drone. It seems like they're actually going to wrap this. Theory needed to win that first gunfight against Karma. Chino in a position to trade. Now Wheats going bottom middle, throws it from 1 point there, but now intercepted by Formal as he was actually falling down. Kind of got a little bit lucky there, but picks up the drone nevertheless and has no teammate support. Surprised to see him just walking to Glass. Probably should have reset that one.
Scump trying to help out. 3 players from Rise surging forward. Crim, last man standing,
Oh
and
my
he cleans
God.
up all 3. Neslo still up for Rise, but he has no support. There goes the throw, and Neslo has not missed an opportunity yet in this game.
Neslo, he's the kind of guy who's going to sit and play horse by himself with like 5 uplink drones in a private match, but his 1 point throws on point right now despite a pretty dominant performance from Crim. 11 and 7. You saw him get a 3-piece on the defensive side, but Neslo just picked up the drone and went, all right, nice 3-piece, bro. I'm going to get 1 point play.
And that aggressiveness is met with some aggressiveness of Wheats. 11 and 8. You saw Neslo just put in, actually that was Theory who just put in the 7th point. Rise on top. 2 minutes still to go here in the first half. We're going to throw it to a listen in with our Rise Nation squad. Can they get out to a bigger lead here with 1:50 still to go?
I'll get it.
All right, I'm helping.
Oh, on their point, going back wall,
We only need one. I'm going for a
One's
throw.
back blue, one's back
I hit
blue.
a throw. They're going for interception.
Oh, you didn't throw it,
No,
throw it.
Go, slide. Rotate green. They're going green.
No, they're going Glass.
All right.
Ball's one shot, ball's so weak.
It's all good.
Ball's
Where's
heavily
that
weak and one
point?
shot in Glass.
Scump's yellow. Scump's inside yellow.
Ball is
One
so
more.
weak.
Choose scump and ball. Scump and ball inside yellow. One more.
Two more. Two. They got that?
Yeah, they got it. It's all good.
He's still under our point, laying down Scumps at our
Okay,
point
ball.
still.
I'm ball
Last
dead.
guy at our point, Scump still.
You can go mid or green with it. Go for one.
Last guy's
Oh,
side
last
blue.
Crim 6
Slide.
camping ball. Crim 6 camping ball. Crim 6 camping ball.
Get glass control. They're gonna hit bottom mid.
Run it back, run it
Some
back.
ball guy.
They're
Oh,
running
that
in
was
green.
somebody Glass.
It looks like they're going green with it.
Glass right
They
now.
backed up, they backed up.
Glass right now. Two in glass.
No, all right, one's camping their base, going bottom mid. Bottom mid right now,
Bottom
Scump.
mid.
They got me formal.
Scump's
I got
bottom mid.
formal.
Scump's bottom mid.
Glass. Going coming out of glass.
Scum still there.
Before
They scored.
Yo, OE. Right now, OE.
On our point dead.
I spun glass. Once they saw me bottom mid. One's our bottom mid. Bottom mid.
One's hit our point again. Karma.
Bottom glass.
Karma's going to our bench.
We could ball.
Karma's going to our bench.
Ball dead.
Last guy's there.
Front
Bottom
glass.
left. Last guy 4.
Pick a ball. Pick a ball.
Go for two. Yeah, he's bot top blue. I'm super weak. Got a challenge.
Top blue. Jumping down. Top blue dead.
I
got
just stun him
some
back
team,
blue.
I'm
Two there in front of you. Their wall. To their wall.
I got aim
They're both
assist.
weak. They're all weak.
I got aim assist.
Get it done.
Slide.
No, they're all
We
weak.
got the
dude.
dunk.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go.
Fucking go, baby.
I went for a 1. I got hella aim assist.
Yeah,
They
you're
were
good.
all there, dude.
Let's go, boys. We got to slay.
Ben, what a job by Rise. They knew they just needed to get to 10 points. Of course, that is going to end the half.
Yep.
And they get 11 as Wheats was there for the rebound. 4 minutes, 36 seconds for Optic to try and answer back.
I was kind of surprised actually to see Neslo go for a 1-point play. You know, 4 minutes 38 was the point of stopping the clock. At that point, you got 20 seconds left in the round. It's much more valuable to go for 2.
Right.
Force 11-8, 2-possession game now, as opposed to just a 10-8, which is still just a 1-possession game for up the game.
And I think they actually let Optic put some points on the board. There was actually 4 points coming from Optic after they needed just 1. They were so focused on trying to end the side, they let Optic take advantage of the map. But right off the break, it is going to be Scump
Scumpy.
clearing the
Oh,
way.
no.
Scump opening the
Full?
door
Why not?
for
No.
Krim, and Krim is just going to waltz in for a 2-pointer that brings them within 1 point. A 1-possession game now separates these 2 squads.
Karma has that drone. He may go for a 1-point AC. Does. This is going to be a tight game. 11-11. No, Karma actually
Krim's
just
trying to
missed
get
that.
the rebound. Can't find it yet.
Scumpy going to push in.
Nice
Doesn't
job by
matter.
Krim.
Krim able to pick it up. He's on a 4 streak to start off this second side. Optic Gaming now up by 1. Krim making his way back towards the satellite drone respawn area. Karma now last one alive for OG. He needs to just be a little bit careful here because Rise is going to be aggressive. Wheats is going to go to throw that drone into the enemy base. However, he falls, and I don't think anyone from Rise is going to be able to pick that up.
Yeah, Neslo trying to get there, but not in time. Optic's going to grab it and dip out, chasing down Krim. Neslo's going to get the kill. Player still in the window, though. Chino trying to get to the objective and can't quite reach it. Lots of eyes on him, waiting for some support, and he will fall. So Optic jumping on the opportunity. It's Scump. Neslo, last line of defense, waiting for his teammates to come off respawn.
Scumpy with the drone. Goes for 1. Smart play from him as he's being tagged up. Gives Optic a 2-point lead. 3 minutes left, and the second side has been all up to Gamey before finally Rise able to get 4 players down. They need to get someone in glass, though. That's been one of the big reasons they've been struggling. Wheats, every single time he's tried to push into glass with his bow, has just been flooded by SMG players, and no one in a position to trade it either, so Rise not controlling that side of the map.
Oh, this is big.
Glass
That
is
player
king.
was unable to throw it out. Neslo still
for
with the
1.
satellite cut down short. Big defensive kills coming from Scump and Karma, and Chino is going to get there, but not in time. 13-13, we are all tied up. 2 minutes, 33 seconds still to go.
And Wheats finally now able to get some glass control, but guess what? Up to Gaming goes straight for the drone. They play a pass route 1 uplink. Krim goes for 2, doesn't get it. Big stop comes in from Chino, and he thought about throwing that, but decided not to. He's going to push over towards the respawn area, has a teammate slaying in the enemy base. Now Chino may actually just need to go for a 1-point. Jumps basically over Karma, connects
Nice
as well.
shot.
Rise, 1-point lead with 2 minutes left in the game.
I like the way they're playing, man. This is scrappy uplink right now. They know Optic can beat them in a straight-out slaying battle, but can Optic outwork them when it comes to the objective teamwork so far? I have been really impressed with this Rise squad and what I thought would be a blowout. They are keeping it close, and there is another 1-point play to give them a 2-point lead.
Now, the big thing Rise needs to do is try and string together a couple of 1-point plays, maybe even a couple of 2, but Chino's going to go for a 1-point play of his own. That forces the lead now to 3 points. They don't want to risk anything, and Chino could try and slay them out. That's a 2-piece from him. Optic, they only have 2 plays in glass, so that drone could actually just be right if they can win these gunfights. Neslo picks up 1, Chino in a position to try and trade it. He gets that gunfight. Now plays pushing over from green side, but he's unable to win those gunfights. That could have been a big, big momentum switch in this game in favor of Rise if they're able to pick up back-to-back kills.
And they know Krim is coming with that objective. Great positioning from Wheats with his bow. Takes out 1, injures his second. A 3rd player there, and he just missed the interception. Krim
So
is
going
gonna
into
be able
the
to put
final
that point
60
on the
seconds
board.
of this game,
Back down
16-14 in favor of Rise. Such a close game. And of course, Opti Gaming on the side where you can just go for those easy AC 1-point throws, but that was a big play from Rise. It forces 2 possession, 4 points. So a lot of pressure really on OG, and you just see that massive fight for glass control is basically how this last 60 seconds of the game.
I mean, you look at Formal, really, 18 and 23 as your main battle on this map. You have the other 3 probably running subs. Kind of, 1 or 2 of those fights gives OG glass control. That maybe turns into like 2 or 4 points, regardless. I mean, this is a win for them, but Rise comes out and really brings it to him here.
Yeah, they do. 20 seconds left, and OG just getting a little bit scrappy over that drone as you see Theory able to pick that one up. And he's like, oh, well, just going to throw it out. And with 20 seconds left, you play the drone like that. To get 2 2-point plays is very, very difficult. If this was a, 2-point game, you can go for those 2 AC throws, maybe come back. Pretty tough. But you could do it, and ultimately, I believe, Optic get another 2-point play. Right? In fact, no, they don't. I lied. It actually ends at 18-14. So Rise just doing a good job defensively, able to pick up that game 4. And more importantly, Matt, that levels the series at 2-2.
Yes, forces a game 5. That game 5 that I don't think anyone really expected. I mean, with OG up 2-0, obviously the hard point commanding fashion.
Yeah.
OG really doesn't lose hard point.
As you mentioned, they weren't really challenged.
Right.
In Group A, this was really the only challenge they actually had. For now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to take a look at that Game 5 if you missed it.